race, its origin, and its destiny. A serial devoted to the study of the Saxon riddle, the renewal of history, how empire was rebuilt and replanted. Eochaidh Heremonn. And this is by Charles A.L. Totten. This is from 1892. Let it be pointed out that Chalcol or Cecrops, who was Neil to the Egyptians, all right, that's who he was to the Egyptians. Neil is Chalcol, son of Judah. They called him Neil in Egypt. Was the father of Gadhol, who married Scosa, the daughter of Meneptah. Scosa, who's Scosa? Remember, didn't they name Scotland after Princess Scosa of Egypt? Gadhol married her. Who's Gadhol? The son of Chalcol. So he's Judah too, direct line. Judah, male line. Daughter of Meneptah. That's who she is. Daughter of Meneptah. Now Meneptah was Darem, the son of Ramses II, who was Rijan, the son of Seti I, who was Walid, the son of Ramses I, who was Tardan, and Tardan was the son of Duke Amalek, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, Esau, the son of Isaac and Rebekah. What does that mean? He's the son of Isaac, sons of Sac, right? Saxon, another Saxon, through Esau, not through Jacob. Do you see where that all the way back, these are so-called Egyptians, but it ended up with Esau. You see that? That's deep right there. Hope you guys are paying attention to this, and you can verify this lineage. You can pause it, take a screenshot, and go verify. This is deep right here. So this Gadhol, who was a descendant of Judah, a son of Chalcol, who was known as Cecrops in Greece, and Neil in Egypt, got with Scosa, who's an Egyptian, whose ancestor is Esau, the son of Isaac, Saxon, son of Isaac, and Rebekah. Remember, Esau is the twin of Jacob. They're brothers, twins, same parents. But Gadhol begat Israel, and Israel begat Shru, and Shru begat Heber, Scott, who was the brother of Cadmus, the brother of Cadmus. Remember, Cadmus came out of Egypt. Now you see all the relation. And you know, Cadmus also another pioneer, founder of an ancient Greek nation. Now Heber Scott begat Boahain, and he Agaimhain, who was the contemporary of Jesse. And Agaimhain begat Taid, and he Agenoin, and he Lamphion, and of him Heber was the son. Now the son of Heber was Phion, or Adnoin, in whose days Dido fell. And Phion begat Phiblar, Glass, and he Neanual. And by lineal descent from Neanual, the next 5 generations are Noagad, Aloid, Eochaidh, which is Fergus, their father, and Brada. Brada was the contemporary of Ahaz, and he left Getulia or Carthage in 4 transports and came to Spain, and having named his harbors of refuge Portugal, after his ancestor Gatelus, he started to build Brigantia. His son was Breogan, who finished the shield in the days of Hezekiah. Now Breogan begat Bile, and Bile was the father of Galam, who is Milesios. Okay? Galam is Milesios. You see where Milesios is coming from? The progenitor of the Milesians. So it came from the sons of Chalcol. So it's telling us that Milesios, right, is the same as William the Conqueror of Ireland. And his sons were Heber and Amherdin the Druid, and Heremonn, who married Tephi. That's his son, Eochaidh Heremonn. That's where they're coming from. All right, a line of Judah through Sarah. And then Tephi, she continued the line of Pharez, or the line of David, the female, because all the males had been murdered by Nebuchadnezzar. Again, Tephi, the daughter of Zedekiah, who was murdered by Nebuchadnezzar, and whom God saved the line of David. and wove it back into the scarlet thread of Sarah through Sarah. But enough in the 18th dynasty, Egypt was a kindly cradle. But when Edom in the 19th got the temporary dominion, all right, Edom in Egypt, right, the process of shaking the yoke from off his own neck drove forth the nations to their destinies, all right? But don't forget, all these people, even though they're coming out of Chalco, his son married this Egyptian whose ancestor was Esau. So there's still Esau bloodline in there too, in a way. But they're going through the males, right? All right, so we continue a little further in the book. It says here the renewal of history, or Eochaidh Heremonn. Remember, he comes from Shakol, the son of Shakol marrying Scosa, an Egyptian princess who has Esau as an ancestor, but Eochaidh is coming down from the line of Judah. Part 3, it says here Pharez and Sarah, their genealogies harmonized. We have already traced the separated lines of Pharez and Sarah down to the generation which marked their junction in the marriage of Eochaidh Heremonn of Ireland with Tephi, the daughter of Zedekiah. With the former begins the Milesian line of Irish kings, and with the latter we have hitherto been taught to consider that the line of David ended. The readers of these studies, mere outlines of the new and true history of our race, know enough to the contrary to be willing to pursue the investigation to its legitimate end and consequences. Before we resume the story, however, it will be well to glance at the genealogies of these two lines of Judah and show that they agree, and that the junction was both a natural and a possible one. It is our purpose in some future study to consider the subject of genealogy in a consecutive survey from Adam down to Victoria Dove, the 153rd generation since creation. At present, we are only concerned with 27 generations from Judah to Tephi. These, so far as the line of Pharez is concerned, are found in the Bible and amount to 3 times the judgment number. Or if we count Judah himself as one, then all the generations in the line of Pharez are 14 to Abijah, and 14 more to Tephi, 28 in all. The generations of the rival line of Sarah, schismatic from the first, are 2 sets of 13 or 26 in all to Heremonn, the son of Galam, or William the Conqueror of Ireland. Thus from Sarah to Lamphion, inclusive, are 13 generations, and from his son Heber to Heremonn, who married Tephi, are 13 generations. We obtain these generations from sundry chronicles of Ireland, and they are not only independent authorities, but are so explicit in their subordinate enumerations, which span disjointed eras, that there can be no mistake in our list. It is also to be noted that they are, of course, innocent of our present work of harmonizing them with biblical data. The result which we now offer should squash the objection that Heremonn could not have been the contemporary of Tephi. He was the 26th, and she was the 27th generation from Judah, and there is margin enough had the mere numerical discrepancy been even greater. This is manifest from a comparison of the ancestry of Moses and Joshua, who were certainly contemporaries, although Moses was but the 3rd from Levi, while Joshua was the 9th from his brother Joseph. In the long run, therefore, say 27 odd generations in 2 such important lines, we may fairly recognize the naturalness of this parallelism. All right, so before I continue, I want to show you this table they have here in the previous page. Okay, so again, they have Abraham and Isaac, right, and Ishmael, right, his 2 sons. Ishmael, you get the Muslims or Arabs. Isaac, right, the sons of Isaac, or Saxons, the sons of Isaac, or Sak. You get Jacob and Esau. So as you guys can see, Jacob and Judah, of course, had Pharez and Sarah, and then they got their line here pointed out for you. As you guys can see that they would match. They would be able to marry. Tephi and Heremonn, Heber, Eochaidh, as he is called too. And a little bit of Esau's line. You got Eliphaz, Amalek, Tardan Walid, Rayan, and Darem, Moses' Exodus, or Seti the first, or Ramses the first, or Minepta, right? That's why he was called in Egypt, but they had different names too. Thus, Esau's descendant in Egypt, ruling Egypt. So as it says here, the genealogies of the Tephi, Jeremiah's ward, and Eochaidh Heremonn, all right? Jeremiah's ward. So how many people knew about this? Look, we have introduced the line of Esau in a parallel column because Walid, the fifth son from Isaac, through Esau was Seti the first, okay? That's who Seti the first is. That's a big one right there. You see that? And that's Seti the first of the 19th dynasty, the one that knew not Joseph. This king married Tua, the granddaughter of Amenophis III, whose wife was Saya, the daughter of a notable king and queen of Mesopotamia, believed to have been Mohol or Phoenicia, Farsa, Phoenicia, then famous in those regions whither he had repaired from Egypt to prosecute his studies and language. The son of this marriage, Seti the first, and of his wife Tua, was Rijain or Ramesses II. Rijain, okay? The redoubtable pharaoh of oppression. This Rijain had a daughter, Scosa, whom Gadhol, remember Scosa? They named Scotland after the princess of an Egyptian king. She's an Egyptian princess. She got with Gadhol. Who's Gadhol? The Milesian, so-called by anachronism, married the son of Rijain, was Darem, who was the famous Minepta of the Exodus. Minepta. The genealogy of Darda, the founder of the Trojan line, is given to Aeneas, who carried his traditions to Rome. Okay, Aeneas, he was a line of Judah. The sons of Shrew are important. Cadmus, again, Cadmus, we already got him, being known on account of his itineraries in many lands, and Ciara being the father of Partalon, one of the primitive settlers in Ireland. Okay, so you see how these people all connect. This information is found in some histories, Vide o Halloran, but it's printed in small type because it is doubtful, it being at least possible that Partalon was a pure Danaan. All right, that's what I was saying. I've been saying that to you guys. These people, a lot of them have Danite blood in them too. They are pure Danaan, a lot of them. Finally, it will be remarked that the numerous Hebrew names found in the Melezo-Irish genealogy have a significant bearing upon the derivation. Down to Gadhol, every name is biblical. Ezru and Shrew are equally so, and are similar to Esau and Esrom. In Boahim, we see a relative to Boaz and Rehoboam. Hebrew Scot is of similar Hebrew derivation and obvious meaning, there being three Hebrews in the Milesian line, relatively quite as many repetitions of this favorite ancestral name as we find in the Bible itself. Bile and Galam complete with the list with Hebraic significance to the philologists. Indeed, we doubt not that the whole of them are quite as susceptible of Hebrew derivation as Partalon, Bartholomew, and Eochaidh. With these preliminaries set forth in parts 1, 2, and 3, we are now ready to resume and conclude the story of Tephi as involved in that of Eochaidh Heremonn.